Yo, I used to love that shit, boy. That shit was like a adrenaline rush. Like you coming in there like that, man. Word. But yeah, man. This is the hood, man. So many stories, man. Like if you had questions to ask me, boy, I can. You know what I'm saying? Really, you know, I'm trying to freestyle, but it's so much. It's so much in life from around here that I could say. It ain't just really registering, man. But what I do like, I like that all the brothers is cool today. We can see each other and it's nothing but love. Yeah. Slap, I love that. I love that part, man. Cause like I said, a lot of them niggas I didn't hate, I didn't like. I mean, I didn't hate them or I didn't dislike them. I was just obligated to not like them. I had no choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them niggas, bro, I don't care if you is opposite me, if I'm with you, I'm with you. We gonna shake, we gonna make it happen. So I was like, that's just who I was, man. If I got genuine love for you, I got love for you. If I ain't like you, I ain't like you. It's just what it was. I never ducked no wreck. I never was scared of nobody. None of that shit. I was who I am. You know what I'm saying? And spent a lot of other little shit, controversy in life and shit, but that's for another day, another story, because I'm going to sit down and do like a podcast or something. And that's what I'm going to do, because so many people call me for that. I promise you, I get podcast calls all the time. And then, because, you know, I'm into music and shit, so people be wanting, like, yo, I'm going to do that shit one day.
What's up with the music?
So the music going good. I got my artist, Bad News.
What got you into that? Let's talk about that for a little while.
I got a cousin.
How you got into music?
My cousin was a rapper, Reggie Granville. My cousin Reg. I looked up to my cousin Reg. Reg used to do rapping, and you know I used to always go over to my Aunt Kuda house. That's where he was living at, and he had got a record deal, and he used to have this song called "Touch of Madness." I knew it by heart. I still know it right now. He was my favorite rapper, and I wanted to do that. Then Jeff, my cousin Jeff, he was jazzy. He was the DJ. Reggie was rapping. My cousin Prince was rapping. You had Bosco. So, you know, I was around that. So around that made me want to rap. But I couldn't rap, but it made me want to rap. So Jeff had ended up, you know, going his own way. And me and Jeff end up, you know, doing rap shit together. No, we ended up doing some other shit together that started us doing some rap shit together. And we was just rapping. We used to go to Martin House, Bartlett and Reynolds, right there. That White House right there in Martin, that was the studio. We used to go to Martin House, and the nigga Sonny, I had seen him freestyling one day on Thursday. So I started bringing him to the studio. That's how I got with Sonny. But anyways, me and Jeff had started the Kennedys. He had said it one day in the rip. He's like, it's the Kennedys, nigga. You gotta be kidding me, nigga. And we just like, oh, that's gonna be our name, the Kennedys and shit. Jazzy. Okay. Jazzy had said it in the rap one day. It's the Kennedy, nigga. You gotta be kidding me, nigga. And we took that one day. Like, yo, we gonna do it. How we gonna spell it? We ain't gonna spell it like John F. Kennedy. Then I'm like, yo, we gotta spell it Kennidi. He like, nah, we gonna spell it Kennedi. I'm like, nah, we gonna spell it like that. We gotta change, spell it different. So we was the same Kennedys, but we spelled it our own way. You know what I'm saying? So we came out with these mixtapes called Kennedy versus Kennedy. So we had did a couple songs, and my verse got taken off one of the songs. When my verse got taken off the song, I was so motherfucking mad, and I had paid for that session. So that's why I was really mad.
Huh? You couldn't rap, though.
Yeah, but still, nigga, I paid for the session. Don't take my shit off. This actually my song. If I paid for the session, but when they took my shit off, I had said, man, I'm gonna be a manager then. So that's how I got into the managing shit. We ended up going to So Def. Ended up meeting Big Bob Lowry from So Def. He took to me. That's my dog. He showed me. Huh?
How you got the So Def? Just
no, Sonny. Sonny ended up winning 106 in Park. JD came out, gave me So Def chain. Sonny.
So y'all was managing Sonny, or
we was just a team. We wasn't managing them. Yeah, we was kind of managing them and a team, but we was an integral top of the team. We was like the main part of the team. We was a team. It was only me, Sonny, and Jazzy. Yeah, we was the team. You know what I'm saying? And then we went down there. He had brought all his boys and shit, and we had the deal. Like I was in the studio with him every step of the way with all his songs, Soul of a Hustler and Introduction, and I was in there, you know what I'm saying? But while I was there, I was soaking up the game from Big Bob. Big Bob took to me like this. He took to me. And he just teaching me to manage and shit. So all I was saying is, that's what I'm gonna do as manager. So then when I came back home, I got my first artist, Young Mike. You know what I'm saying? Then after Young Mike, I got J Money, Iraq. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with Class Murder for a little bit. Yeah, so that's how that shit happened. That's how I got into the music and shit. And then I had quit. I wasn't fucking with music for a minute. After Iraq went to jail, I'm like, man, I'm done with this music shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I had got with Malik, my nephew, and then we came up with the Sinatras. Like, they was already rapping. They was the IT. Then I'm like, nah, you niggas the Sinatras, because them niggas just was hot. Then we came up with the Sinatras, and then we was doing the Sinatra thing, and then my cousin was managing Bad News, and he came for some help to help with Bad News, and that's how I got with Bad News and shit. So I've been with News ever since. We've been together for some years. Shit looking good. Like, News hard. He's high. He one of those. Like, he's gifted, and that's just that's where I'm at with the music. I'm looking to blow in it, man. You know what I'm saying? I think this our year. I think 2025 our year. That's it, right? But yeah, that's how I got into that music shit. But
Any project dropping?
yeah, we got well, this year we working on Bad News project. He got a project coming out. We're gonna drop like 3 singles before the project. We working on a joint right now with Edo, with Lil E right now. We just did like 4 joints with Joel Santana. I'm dropping a project called Super Friends. It's gonna be Kennedy collaboration. So I'm getting all the rappers on this project.
Like, when you say all the rappers, like all the rappers from the town?
That from the town that's popping. I'm dropping a project called Super Friends. I'm taking each one of them and I'm putting them on with this person, on the song with this person, and I'm gonna make some shit. I'm gonna make some shit happen. But it's called Super Friends. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, so I'm dropping that project, you know. So hopefully it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? A lot that I can get accomplished this year. I'm really trying to make that shit happen this year. Like, this the year. I feel it. This the year. You know what I'm saying? Year 25. 7. All being born to God. This the God. This the year. This it, man. This the year right here, brother. So, yeah, that's how I got into that music, though. There's way more to it, but that's how I got it. There's more into it, but yeah, that's how I got into it.
Why you can't get into the more into it?
That's for another day, man. That's for another day. Cause it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But that's just the gist of it. That's the frosting of it right there. Just, you know, my cousin was doing it, and then, you know, just where I'm at now. You know? That's it, man.
So, you looking to manage anybody else, or just?
Yeah. I'm looking to consult. I do some consulting. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of connects, a lot of people that I deal with, I mess with. So, yeah, I'll do some consulting, and if I listen to you or I like you or if we vibe or something and it come to some managing shit, I do it. You know, right now I got my cousin. I manage my cousin Moet. He go by Moet. His real name Carl Lovett. He was the lead singer of Pretty Ricky. I manage him. D Will. I manage D Will. I got bad news. And I road managed June Summers. That's my other cousin too. So yeah, that's where we at now with it.
You got into that, the working with the kids.
Oh, when I came home, bro, I've been working with kids for a long time, bro. I came home from my last bid was '03. Bro, I came home October 13th, '03. And I said, when I come home, I want to work with kids. And I started working at Madison. I was working for Swan. And then they put me in the program at Madison working with the kids. So all your adults now was my first kids I ever worked with. Like Red, Kenny, Temple, them was my first kids. Mercedes from Chilai. That's how long I've been fucking with kids when they was kids. They was my first kids. So I've been doing this shit, man. I got 20 some years in, man. 20, 21, 22 years in messing with kids, bro. Yeah, my first kids, them was my first kids. Bungie was my first kid. Like I said, like, them was my, Nick was one of my first kids.
Yeah.
I taught Nick how to drive. He'll tell you, right, what, you just gonna tell everybody you taught me how to drive? You ain't teach me how to drive. Yo, Nick was one of my first kids. Like, them kids was my first ones that I ever, with the work I do now, them was the first ones I had right there. Right there. Bags was
Rapping Bags?
yeah, Bags was one of my kids. Me and Bags, I still talk to Bags now, man.
Bags doing
Yeah,
thing.
I had went out to Charlotte and sat down with Bags and shit, man, and talked, like, because he was one of my,
I always knew Bags was gonna be
you do something in life, right?
I always knew he was gonna
Yeah,
do
Bags
something, 'cause he was like that then. Like,
Yeah, Bags was one of my first kids, like, but all them ones, Little T, all of them. I had all of them. All of them was my kids. Were at Madison. They was all going to Madison. I worked in Madison. This back when Dr. Ray was the principal. So yeah, I've been doing this shit for a while, man. I've been doing it for a while. I remember Bunch. Boom. So back then when I was still on the app. You know what I'm saying? And I used to tell them niggas every day, stay away from the streets and don't do this, right? I remember one day Bungie said to me one day, yo, you always talk about don't do this. And when we leave school, this where you at. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that resonated, that hit me like, this nigga right. Then the nigga said, nigga, if we ain't do what we do, you wouldn't have a paycheck. I said, this nigga Bungie smart as a motherfucker. Like, he always is coming at me with some shit, though. Word is born, though, yeah. But yeah, I started with them. I started with those kids, man. I started with them kids. Temple was the biggest nigga in the school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I used to always, they was really my start off, like, and they was rough. So that's why these kids now ain't nothing compared to what I had to deal with them niggas, because them niggas thought they was grown and tough back then. They just still was in school and shit. But yeah, that's where I started. I started with those kids, man. So I've been doing it for a while. Man. I'm just now getting recognized for it now. You know what I'm saying? I done put so much work in, bro. So yeah, man, that's this where I'm at, man. This where I'm at with it, man.
Any words of encouragement for the youth coming up nowadays before we wrap this up?
Man, I just want the youth to be yourself, man. Don't be a follower. Be yourself. Stay out the way, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you a sucker to walk away, man. You're not a sucker because you walked away, man. You actually the smartest one. You actually the smartest one, man. Don't fall into these trends, man. You know what I'm saying? Start your own thing, man. Word. I just stay out the way, man. Stay out the way, man. That's it, man.